Today we're going to play some non-devotion symbiosis, mainly to try out buffed Gezeros. We talked about doing this a few times, and I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So Gezeros went to 10, which means we can slot him in much more easily. We're going to run Scoia'tael for Tall Punish. A lot of these decks run the Heatwave for second Tall Punish. We're basically just swapping out the Gezeros for the Heatwave to give us another engine tool as opposed to another control tool in that slot, which is basically what we did there. And then obviously we have room for another special card, which I decided to make a nature and throw in a one of Dryads Caress. Usually this is just played in Devotion Symbiosis, at least in the games I see, and it offers us a way to purify, like the Aquan or something, so I thought that'd be a good change. Let's go through that quickly then. Most of this is pretty standard. Crystal Skull, ideally on Aquan, Nature's Gift, Simloss to pull out the Equinoxes, which are playing for 10 each. We then have the Gezeros for a bit of an engine, an Scoia'tael, Call the Force Isengrim's Council for some consistency, Mega Season because it's very good. It gives you a lot of points, a lot of guys, which works great with Gezeros. Tempest to thin out the two Fogs and also trigger your Symbiosis several times. Shipping Nature, after his buff, is actually pretty decent. Gorge for a big finisher, Fauve, Equinoxes, Rebukes. Guardians and Hamadryads are pretty interchangeable. It depends what you want to focus your deck on, right? If you want to focus more engine, you run Hamadryads. You want a little more damage or control, you run Guardians. I like Guardians a little bit better in this because we already have additional engine in Gezeros. And since we took out the Heatwave, I want a little bit extra reach on our damage. Like we can hit something with this, then Rebuke. With the Fledglings, the Fogs we mentioned, the 1 Caress, 1 Adept, and 2 Pond Keepers. So that's the deck. Hopefully it works out pretty well. Should be pretty fun either way. Love playing some Gezeros. Let's get some games. Top Tuck 88, Carapace. We're probably going to regret not having that Heatwave in here this game, but we'll see what it is. Many things Carapace can be, and all of them I think I want my Rebukes in my hand against. Well, it's something stupid, so we'll see what we can do. We bombs, we 2 going, we bloody mistressing. What are we doing? We're doing Keltullis. Which one is it? The fact this isn't scroll or isn't earn probably means it's not a Death Wish thing, so it's probably Keltullis. Can also just draw Riptide, and we won't know what it is yet. Yeah, so it's Keltullis. Not surprising there. We'll just thin the Tempest here. This is great because it spawns a whole bunch of little guys, which means it'll take a lot of time for the Keltullis to start killing our actual important units. Everything's in place. It's going to go melee, likely. The other nice thing here is Witch's Sabbath will bring back the Aquan, which is very dangerous for him. Yep, there's the Arrakis Queen. So if we lose round 1, we will lose the game just because that's how it works here. Alright, he'll bring back like 2 Keltullises and a Cave Troll. How much we can beat that with. Maybe 3 Keltullises here. We'll see if he has the Abaya. There it is. There it is.
They're surprisingly clean creatures.
We actually get through the Cave Troll here, which is nice. Probably should have clicked her order, but we weren't thinking. How do we do this? How indeed. Gonna kill a 4 now. was hoping it reached to kill his stuff there. Obviously that won't happen. I want to reset here so we don't... Resetting, we gain value because he kills a 1 with Keltullis instead of like a 4. We gain value that way. We can rebuke this Keltullis now. Now we can't. I mean, you're never going to be able to kill these without like a pure hard punish. Do we have to play the sim loss? We lose 4 points to this. He gets 3 here. 7. He goes to 51. This does spawn. It's 5. Goes back down to 56. Can't death blow. Symbiosis, or 4. 2. So we have to sim loss here. Or we'd have to leader. Let's hit this in leader. Right, because 1, 2, that's 51 also. I think that's the math. Could be wrong. That's not how She Who Knows works. She doesn't... She resiliences herself, but she's veiled so she can't get it. So, that's just wrong. But what are you gonna do? We have to play the sim loss here. We want to leave him at 1. Also want to leave this guy at 4, but whatever at this point. You never veil She Who Knows, because she can't resilience then. That should be enough. Yeah, ready? Watch this. This is base power. Boom. No resilience. Everyone makes that mistake once. Yep, no resilience, because she's got Veil. And then we have to force the Witch's Sabbath. The question is, how can we do that without the sim loss? A bit difficult. Council gets us Pond Keeper exclusively. I'd rather the Gourd back so we can have a target in case we draw the Pond Keeper. Really want the nature cards. Not a nature card. So, just strategy-wise, we have to force the Sabbath here. It's gonna be hard to do. We want everything ranged if possible. Let's just do that. So that's how he's gonna consume the witches, or the that's how he's consuming the Arrakis Queen. We need the Sabbath to come out. Best case is he does the Sabbath, we keep the Council. Play the Gezros here.
No point in showing mercy. No point at all.
Won't be worth much, but need him to go sooner rather than later. There's the Sabbath, so we can pass here. So now he gets the resilience carryover on She Who Knows. He's going melee. Okay, now he gets the carryover. Makes sense, I guess. He's got 9 points there. I guess he didn't want to carry over round 1. I guess he deliberately prevented it. That's an interesting way to play the game. We drew this earlier. Wouldn't have worked. Eskel. Problem is we're low on units, but we can get those units. Right, this will spawn, so it'll be fine. These are the cards we want. These are the cards we want. Alright, well he bricked us, so he wins. Alright. Incredible skill there. It gives us an extra point, technically. Like, we just have a dead card now.
When pigs fly, eh?
Yeah, he might actually not have enough to win still. Row placement for these doesn't matter. I still want them all in the same row. I think we just take a couple points on these now. Play that one. Use the other one next turn. He did brick our gourd and he bricked our Call the Forest, but he still might not have enough points. That does still play it and get the symbiosis. We'll take the 2 extra, but looks like we do win that. GG. Only because we forced out his stuff round 2. Like, these decks are just not interesting to play against. But, you know, sometimes you gotta play what you get. We're actually capable of winning that. Some decks you can't beat this stuff with, which is when it gets frustrating. Some imposter here. Well, since Ball got buffed for some reason, we're probably playing against status. We'll keep our 1 of Caress. That makes sense to me. And then the rest of this hand looks decent. We could put this back, count on getting it off of the... what's it called? The Council. I do think I want this control and these. I'll put that back. It won't do us much good here if we're playing down to low card counts. Just play this and see if he's running a Vincent or something. Because if he can't answer this, and likely a lot of his stuff's going to be in poisons, like there's Vilgefort's Vincent, you can do it with maybe Heat Wave. Otherwise, this will secure the round. So we have to force him to use one of those. Yeah, he just throws the ball down right away. And we kill that. Very threatening card here. We'll keep the other Rebuke to kill Philippe with whenever he plays that. So that's the most dangerous card in this deck. Actually kill that with Pond Keeper, keep the Rebuke. If he plays another Aristocrat, it would come down an extra point. Just 1 extra point though. I think we do this then. So same provisions. One is much more vulnerable than the other though. He's gonna zap us. That's good value. Good value. Let's see. How do we want to approach this now? We have a Fledgling, which goes great with Shaping Nature. Also plays into being tall. We do want to thin the Tempest as well. But maybe just do this here. Just do this. You have the 1 Caress. We probably just won't click the ability on our person for a little bit. We only have the 1 Caress, like I said. So the question is it better to use it here to unlock that? Or is it better to save it for a potential really tall poison later? I think saving it for really tall poison later has a higher ceiling. We think we thin our Tempest now, though, now that he's got units in both rows. Sometimes I click Fog instead of Tempest. I'm sure everyone's done that. I've seen opponents do it too. That should let Aquan get enough points spread out on a wide enough board that we should be okay here. I think that should just secure this. All it cost us was Aquan, which we wanted to play round 1 anyway, but he lost this scenario. One thing to note though is that often Status likes getting pushed round 2 because they set up carryover and just survive the bleed. So that is something to keep in mind. But we do have several Veil cards here, so this will actually help us push pretty effectively. And this hand looks pretty good for pushing outside of the Shaping Nature, which goes too tall, although it can give Veil, I suppose. This can give Veil, this has Veil, this has Veil. Probably don't need this anymore then. Problem with the Veils, we can't play Mating Season, but we can hit that on the Trance, I suppose. So we do this. I think we keep this, push round 2. And I think because we have Veil on stuff, it'll be difficult for him. The only issue is we're going to spawn a lot of things with statuses, like Veil. These have Doomed, so his leader gets a lot of points. But I think if we just play our Veil cards, it'll be difficult for him, and we can get a little bit of value out of him here, and maybe go short round 3 with Simloss Gourd.
Give me my son.
I think we just save the damage. There's not really a point in using it here. I want to hit something that's valuable to hit. Can't give us statuses. He's just setting up his deck though.
What is it you want?
We go Emir. We can kill the Emir. See what he plays with it though. Probably better to kill that than the Emir, to be honest.
A superb specimen, truly.
See, we can kill one and we can scale the other. Scaling the tall one is probably better. Emir doesn't get points when we're playing natures and specials. I guess when we play units. So it probably is better just to do this. Eskel still looks pretty good here. So now, since he could seize us, we'll just do this. Now that he gave us the units for this to work. And if he does a poison here, we'll have our Veil on this. I think we save it for that. Did we drop the Eskel down here? I think it makes sense to drop the Eskel. It'll apply a lot of pressure and deny him potential engines. I wanted to put out a poison so we can do the Veil on this. But then again, like, there's potential Vincent, there's potential, what's it called, Vilgefortz. So even the Veil is not a guaranteed protection. It depends how much neutral he's running in his deck, which we know is probably none because we saw Fergus. No one plays Fergus without Devotion. So it's going to be Vilgefortz Vincent potentially.
Few vultures dare venture into the Von Warloham's wood.
If we give this 6 in Vitality to him, it opens up potential for Philippe poisons, because he'll have so many statuses. If we do it on something else... I think the best thing is just to target our biggest unit and give it the 9 boost. 7 in Veil is not that much. Here's what we'll do. We'll just put 3 frogs back here. Let's give one of the frogs this. It's a 1 base power token, it won't get too big. Then we'll hit this. We'll pass next turn and make him deal with all this. There's the Philippe, so we pass here.
Let us put an end to this nonsense, this farce.
Yep, there's the poison. Like I said though, his deck doesn't mind getting bled here. He'll be fine. Ooh, we get another good card out though.
You'll give your lives for the Empire. No hesitation.
We have Simloss Gourd. So we have good stuff. His Imposter won't be very good. We just have to not draw the Equinoxes. Alright, those no Equinoxes there. How do I feel about these cards? We have some good removal potential. I'm gonna play these two. I'm missing some good stuff. Still think we keep this though. I want to be able to kill that in particular. Alright, so how big will... So we'll put out 2 bleedings. So the Dame goes up. I don't know if I'm copying this. So we just open Simloss is the question. I think the answer is yes. So I want this near the end of the round so we can absorb the vitality points or use this for Veil. We just open the Simloss here.
Feign not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
Then we'll just make these not the same power. Does that matter? Doesn't really matter. We can absorb those with this. Yeah, I don't want to play this right away, because normally you would to get all the vitality points, but he has a lot of locks, so.
A taste of more, is it?
Like I said, we'll do our reset here. Let's remove that. It'll end up being worth it. Do I care about the rows? We could vitality these little guys. May as well, actually. It denies him the... It stops him from denying the points, basically. Here comes the Joaquin. This is where it could get scary. How lucky is he? What does he have left? That's alright.
Yes, that's the right shout.
I mean, he probably locks this one. He has another coup, so he's coup and leader, and what else? Coup, leader, what else would he have? Probably a tall punish. And really funny if we could purify the Joaquin with the caress here. We play this ranged. Or if he locks it, he gets less points from the imposter. Less statuses on that row. There's the coup. What are we getting? That's not that amazing. Although this is just Aristocrats. I was gonna say getting really tall, but that's mostly because of Joaquin. Now he's gonna lock with his leader. One would imagine. Just get more statuses out there, get more points on the ability. Not doing it. That is interesting. Well, if he's not gonna do it, we'll just absorb all this vitality. So he should have like leader tall punish. Right? Be a Vincent. I'm not sure Gord's big enough. He has a lot of statuses ranged. In melee too, I suppose. But this could be a bronze. It's just the bronze, okay. He's gonna put a lot of statuses out on this leader, though. Yeah, it's number of units with statuses, though, isn't it? Number of enemy units with status, yeah. GG. Fairly close still after that. He forfeits. Well timed. Pomela. Position strike. Gonna be a bit annoying. His hands have been annoying. Let's see. Let's see. This is actually quite annoying. I want to thin this. Put that back. Keep the one Equinox. We don't really want to play Simlos Equinox round 1 anyway. Gives us the option here. The thing is, we can't tutor Fov and Aquin. I mean, we could if we're really lucky off of Council, but we're not going to go for that. You just see what he's playing before we decide. Like, it's almost always Aquin. Okay, so it's just Waylays. It's just Waylays. Could be a big problem, though. There's the option of we just thin and play round 2 and 3. It depends if he's playing traps or not. Because there's an argument here to save the Aquin, tutor the Fov, kill both of these things. He's just going to Vanadane next turn though, right? Let's play this. Be non-committal. We get more symbiosis points this way. It gives us the option of still picking. So let us go into whatever play we're going to do, then the turn after, potentially still kill the Commando. This is Commando, right? Yeah, Commando. The Fog gets good value by killing these, but we need to try and figure out what he's doing. I'm pretty sure there's no traps here, so he plays the Vanadane.
The Scoia'tael must the woods abandon. Join us instead and defend the valley.
The daisy of the valley!
We have to kill the Vanadane. Take one of these out too, because that denies a good amount of value. The Aquin's not great because we don't have many specials we want to play. We've got 1, 2, 3 we could play, and I don't want to play necessarily. This would get the Aquins. We don't have 2 specials after her, so she wouldn't be great. But I don't think we can. If he wins with all of his Waylays, doesn't he just win the game? 4 Waylays is what? 6 each, 24, 25.
Look what we're capturing.
I mean, we can't really contest this, though, can we? We need something here that offers potential, like this. We need the symbiosis value to go up. So we might just have to go down to 4 here. That's the second Waylay. I think he's just too far ahead. He's just too far ahead. We'll just keep our stuff. I debated going for the Fov tutor there, but then he passes and we're forced to play some of our golds. probably have the mating season to make up that tempo difference. We could just be in a lot of trouble here. He's going to have this sim loss combo. So we want to secure this next round as fast as possible. Just deny him the option. Do the fog here. This is a good hand, I think. With a lot of stuff we don't want to draw, right? We don't want these. We don't want these. We can tutor the Tempest here. Alyssa. Everyone knew that was coming. I think there's some merit to just playing removal. Is he going to renew Vanadane? There's no way, right? Want to be non-committal. Eskel's not great here. So we do have an elf and sim loss. So, not sure it'll actually hit anything. Hits Maxi. Eskel and Maxi is probably the max value it's getting this entire game, to be honest. We should just take it.
Sure, no problem.
We're not getting anything better than that. Because even if he has a finisher, it'll be gored. Sometimes you just have to take the value you can get. This is one of those times, I think. You know, if we go to round 3 here, I think we're okay, because we have Aquin, which he has to remove. Then he'll kill everything with a sim loss, though. Okay. We could thin. I think we take the extra redraw, though. Oh, we want to play an additional special. Makes Gord bigger. And we hope we don't draw into all of our bricks. Like, we just have to do some kind of high rolly type stuff here, otherwise we're not going to win. Because he's got his full setup. We need something to go well for us. Gotta be a bit greedy. We'll take that. We will take that. Aquin, this does what? 1, 2, 3, then the Sentry does 2? Keep in mind, he has a whole bunch of stuff he doesn't want to draw either, right? He's got 4 Waylays in there, 2 Sentries, Sentinels. So if we buff this by 1, it's out of reach of just the leader. So let's just do that. Probably won't accomplish much, but you never know. I'm sure he's a ping somewhere. Muzzle it. Okay. Not surprising. Any symbiotes we can get here will be great. We want to tutor Gezeros with the call, and then we'll counsel Gord. We thin these. We thin these. We're going to play this to thin these. Playing everything except these 2 out of our deck. See, knowing he has the sim loss, I think we play this. He'll kill it right away. Let's make him kill it. If he doesn't kill this, we have a really great play of doing this, but he should just leader it. Unless he has 4 damage somewhere else. Alright, he does have a way to kill it. If we're playing range so that Gezeros can do stuff. Mating Season plays into him pinging everything and killing them. But it plays around the sim loss. So let's do that. He might go for it, but the sim loss will overkill a lot here. So I think we're safe from that. Then hopefully we can get the frogs to eat up the points on this pretty quickly. Get value that way. Maybe get some adept value. But I imagine he just leader pings these. Teshem sword, okay. Okay, I think we... This is just good here. He gave us 3 frogs in a row. Should just take this while we can. Adept is decent. One to play cards in both rows so we can get fog value, like full fog value. That'll work. So go fog. I want to keep the frogs alive because if we want to do Gezeros stuff, we need to be able to move them in case the row gets full. We'll do this. Get the Tempest. Fire the fogs off. Because now this, like, we can... These can't spawn ranged while the range row is full. So we can make it so that we have a space for Gezeros. And the Cat Witcher Adept and such. Obviously he still has leader value, he still has Simloss swing. So I think he's still ahead here. But Gezeros will do a lot of work. So try and dodge a little bit of the value there. Makes sense. This will get take a lot of time to do its value, but I think he might go for the Simloss now to deny that, because it'll add up to a lot of points. Right, you can deny basically 7 points if he kills that. So he'll either leader in Simloss now, I think, potentially. Then we'll go into Gezeros. Especially because he's playing around the melee row, trying to avoid it. Or into the melee row, trying to avoid the ranged row. So next turn should be a call Gezeros. I debated doing it that turn, but I want to do the Cat Witcher Adept. Just while we have all the frogs alive still. Alright, this should be the Simloss then. There it is. He's got 5 in deck, so he got it all set up perfectly. You know, melee Gezeros will do a lot here too, actually. Not quite better than ranged, yet. Still not quite better. Ideally, this spawns ranged. Would you look at that? Give this the 2 extra points. Make it pretty hard for him to kill, but he does need to kill that. Oh, he's got Heat Wave for it. Fair enough, I suppose. Removal doesn't do anything here, other than maybe slow down a... what's it called? Vernal Seal, but it doesn't look like he's playing a Vernal Seal. It looks like he's playing just towards value. Just well, not towards value, towards heavy control to deny the opponent's value. So I think we just go for this extra thingy. May as well use this here. Mace can't just do a 1 damage pig and kill that with his leader. We still have row space for all of our stuff. Right, because this is 1, 2, 3 units, 4, and then the 5th unit will be this. That's not a great spores. He's gonna ping it though. Yeah, makes sense. This is the type of player who plays Scorch, by the way. So we gotta play around the Scorch, I think.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
Play around Scorch. Do want to hit a 1-power guy no matter what. Gord will get Scorched. We just want something... This is order, so it would have initiative. Do it this way. So you can't hit 2 with Scorch anyway here, because then we'll go... Yeah, see, he's playing Scorch. Like, you can tell. And then this would block the Scorch the next turn. So he has to do this here. If he's got a Gourd, he wins. This is bigger than ours. But also, this is just a tall punish, which it probably is. He still wins, so I imagine he wins this. Let's see what it is. Probably Curse of Corruption. No, it's his own Gourd. Yeah, GG. Close, but despite us playing around the Scorch there, not quite enough to actually win the game. Really need them to not have the Simloss combo. Shroot here, playing some, probably Crimes.
My folk have suffered much.
Can do a lot of stuff with the line pockets, though. I know we have in the past, that's for sure. Hand looks pretty good. Goes long, we can use Gezeros. We've got this and this. Going first, too. That being said, there's always ways for them to remove stuff. Right, like he's got the coins, he could remove this if he wanted to. I think we'd still do it. It's harder for them to remove or more costly if they don't have the coins banked up already, so we should just go for it. If he's got a junior, it's gonna die. If he's got like mostly junior. Hey, look, there's junior. That's unfortunate. But you know, sometimes they have it. We could have played around it by going leader into that, but that just plays more into other removal. This ranged probably just dies, but I still think it's better. Right, because he could just fee this if he wants to, but that's not the best fee. Does deny a symbiosis engine, so he might go for it.
Listen, I just work here.
Okay. We do want to thin with Tempest. Just debating if we do bull throws or just melee. Let's play around if we do it in bull throws. I think he has his range locked. Should do this while you have the extra symbiosis out, I think, though. Hey, there's Tunnel Drill. We can kill that. Kills off our little engine there. Now we can't kill it. The machine. Don't really want to escalate it. I want to escalate his other stuff. I think we do this. If he does more boosting, it means we have a good Pond Keeper. And if not, we're just getting good value. He does have no coins banked as well. We can go with the good old value here, right? Yeah, there's the value. Bunch of coins. But he's still safe here. It's not great, but see if he hits our tall one again. He should be hitting it. He denies Pawn Keeper. He's aware. But it's not like the damage is actually denying us much value here, so it's not too bad. I'm actually debating if we just go in with the Eskel here still. Because his tall card, like we can't kill Cleaver. This Cleaver's a dwarf. He's probably not playing anything particularly tall. We don't have humans. Because everything's spawning melee right now. You don't have a good Gezeros.
Get to work.
I think I want to kill it. I don't want to play the rest of these. Like, this we can play. This doesn't get too much value. I kind of want him to pass. Oh, he's just going to throw the Cleaver down. That's scary. But it doesn't have a carryover. So, it's just the coins he has. 7, we can't kill it. I'm sure he can kill a Gezeros.
To play with my prey, I enjoy that.
Let's play it though. Match Gezeros with Cleaver's fine. He might not kill it because of the shields, in which case we get good value. We'll go back to the range and get us more boost. Sausage Maker. Alright, we can kill that. That's perfect. That's very nice for us. Should be a pass from him. Alright, Gezeros did a decent amount there. So he spent the Cleaver. That is quite a commitment. Like, that's usually what you want to finish with. Do we play this round? He's got no carryover. Spent the Cleaver. He tried for carryover on Sausage Maker, which we denied. All the Forest gets us this, or this. I think we do play this round. He's the option to set up like Open Sesames and stuff, but if he's doing that, he might lose 2-0. We'll just grab double Guardians here. Or we can grab one of these. More confident in double Guardians, but that one has much higher ceiling if it lives one turn. So let's do this. Very high ceiling if it survives this turn. We'll go for the extra points just in case. As if it survives here, it's so good because we can do the nature vitality. And we have some carryover there. Like, this deck loves carryover. He didn't set up round 1 other than Sausage Maker, which we killed. We can go Fauve into Mating Season. That means we can't tutor Council, but we're going to potentially thin these. Okay. Okay, so he's no coins. Probably just removal next turn. Do we just go get Mating Season? Means this would lose Vitality turns. The Mating Season gives us points anyway. The Frogs will be able to activate them. So let's just do this. Because the Frogs can activate the additional Vitalities this will get. It's not too big a deal. Should take the points here. Because it applies a lot of, like, pretty fast tempo, actually, to do that. 14 points. And he's setting up for, like, a slow carryover type of thing here. Which is what his deck likes to do, but if he just loses, it doesn't matter. Okay, there the Moriel's Destroy comes in. Do also note, guys, he's got no King of Beggars, so it's not like he's going to suddenly swing out with a King of Beggars swing or something.
Lady Esne won't let us talk to strangers.
GG. Well, guys, pretty quick one there, as I say, and every time I say that, it's actually like a 50-minute video, so not actually a quick one, I'm pretty sure. But there you go, some non-devotion symbiosis. Overall, I do really like the Gezeros edition. It basically trades evenly for the Heatwave here, as you'd normally run like Heatwave instead of Gezeros, then take out the Caress. But I like the addition of the Caress. I really like it, having the Caress in here. Sometimes you just want to Purify, and despite Dryads having some of the best Purifies in a Caress, non-devotion usually doesn't play it, so having it in here can be a nice surprise. Otherwise, you'd probably play Double Cat with your Adept if you're curious. But overall, really like the Gezeros. He gives you a lot more engine potential, because one thing, if you've ever played Devotion Symbiosis and non-devotion, the main difference is Devotion's a lot more engine heavy, right? You've got the Ethne round 3, Got stuff like that. Whereas non-devotion, yes, there's some engines, right? We have Aquin if she lives. You have the symbiosis on like Guardian and the fledglings, but that's about it, right? There's not that much more. Whereas Gezeros gives you a big threat for a long round that sometimes the opponent can't deal with, right? If you go Aquin, they use a big removal on Aquin, especially if you have Crystal Skull in her. Gezeros will usually just survive and secure that round for you, which is really good. This deck loves having round control. And if you get to a long round, well, you're probably spawning a bunch of guys, especially with mating season. You can Gezeros boost them all up. So really like the addition. Sometimes, yes, you'll probably lose because you don't have that Heat Wave removal, but you can deal without it, right? You don't need Heat Wave in every deck, but it is a very good card, obviously. So I do like the Gezeros in here. I think it gives you a lot more potential round one in long rounds to secure the round control, which is where sometimes the deck can struggle a bit if they've killed your Aquin. So really like it. Really great addition, I think. If you haven't tried to experiment with it. Yes, sometimes the control's better. Just depends on what you're running into, right? So it's kind of true of everything. But hope you guys enjoyed. Had a fun one today, and we'll see you next time.